In the new global war. When Muhammad Atta boarded the airline on September 11, 2001, that soon thereafter slammed into the World Trade Center's tower. He left behind a manual of instruction apparently prepared by his colleagues in the Al-Qaeda network. It instructed him and his fellow activities how to behave and what to do in preparation for their fateful act. What is interesting about his document is not only the text, but the subtext lying beneath the fused rhetoric and the manual. It is tries on the World Trade Center tragedy are hints about the perplexing to the persistent question: how could religion be related to such vacuous acts, political violence? The common sense way of putting question about the September 11 attack all of the other recent acts religion's terrorism is what religion go to do it. The common sense answers the question are varied and they are contradictory. On the hand, some political leaders along with many scholars of comparative religion have assured us the religion he had nothing to do with vacuous acts, and the religion innocent images has been used in preserved ways in essentially religious political actors. On the other hand, there are the radio talk show hosts and even a few social scientists and affirm the religion, especially Islam, has had everything to do with it, and not ordinary religion but a perverse strain and fundamentalism that has infected normal religion and caused it to go bad. A reading of the Atta manuscript shows both answers to be incorrect in analysis of this manual undertaken by a scholar of comparative religion. Bruce Lincoln, he lives us with no doubt the Muhammad Atta and the 18 accomplices in the dark morning of September 11 were filled with the religious said and other took their religious assignment in a realistic of self-sacrifice following traditional tenets. The role of the religion that traditional of secular politics from the time of Enlightenment has comfortably ignored the religion, marginalized its role in public life, and frequently co-opted its for its own civil religion of public religiously. No one the secular world could have predicted that the first confrontation of the 21st century would involve of all things religion. Secularism all long banished for religious activities are puzzling anomalies in the secular world. Most religious people of their organization are either firmly supportive of the secular state or quiescently uninterested in it. Osama bin Laden's Al-Qaeda network, like most of the new religious activities, comprise a small group at the extreme and of all hostile subculture at the itself is a small minority within the larger world of their religious cultures. Osama bin Laden is no more representative of Islam than Timothy McVeigh is of Christianity, or Japan Shoko Asahara is of Buddhism. Still, one cannot deny that ideals and ideas of activities like bin Laden are authentically and truly religious and could conceivably become popular among religious compatriots. The authority of religion has given bin Laden's cadres the moral legitimacy of employing violence of their assault on every symbol of global economic power. It has also provided the metaphor of cosmic war, an image of spiritual struggle that every religion has within its repository of symbol, the light of between good and bad, truth and evil.